Good morning, everyone. I'm Mary with Mary Greeley News. Thank you for joining me. Well, while many of us were sleeping, there was a magnitude, a very large earthquake, a 7.8 off the Aleutian Islands. According to USGS, 186 people reported feeling this earthquake, and there's been a lot of aftershocks. The earthquake occurred at about 11:12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, or 1:12 Central Daylight Time. Some of the felt reports on EMSC said they felt it. Bed and curtains were going. Felt like a very long quake. Now, this report was 846 kilometers from where it occurred. So that would be about 526 miles from where it occurred. The chandelier was swinging 6 inches in both ways, swung for 19 minutes. Felt very dizzy, shocking. Another person said they didn't feel it, and they were on the couch. Definitely not earthquake sensitive. Another report says that they felt dizzy, and they were 2,481 kilometers from where this occurred. The yellow line that I drew out throughout here, and I'll bring it out and I'll show you. This is an area of subduction of the Pacific Plate going underneath the North American Plate. This North American Plate actually extends all the way down. It wraps around to Japan. And those of you that have followed me will remember that. It extends up to the northern part of Japan. And we have some historic earthquakes that are listed here. 1.9 in 2011, an 8.4 in 1933, 1963, an 8.5, 1952, a 9.0, in 1923, an 8.4, and let's go into where these earthquakes occurred. 1965, an 8.7, 1957, an 8.6, 1946, an 8.6. And this is all the earthquakes that USGS is showing for today. This earthquake even shook up the calderas of the volcanoes here in the United States. This here is Yellowstone volcano. And let me pull it down for you so you can see some of the more recent earthquakes and how it shook up the caldera there. Yeah, see all these small earthquakes? Look at that. Yep, the continents are on the move. I keep telling you that as the Earth's magnetic field weakens. We're going to see more earthquakes and volcanic activity during the last magnetic pole reversal. The continents actually moved. Another sign of the Pacific Plate sliding underneath the North American Plate. Afterwards, there was a 5.4 earthquake off the coast of Canada and Washington. It's part of the Juan de Fuca Plate, which has been divided into different sections. Here we have the Explorer Plate. So this earthquake occurred at about 4:33 a.m. Pacific Time. And 3 people reported feeling this earthquake. Initially, after this earthquake and the 7.8, there was worries of a tsunami, but yeah, it never happened. Yeah, 28 kilometers in depth, so that would be about 17.4 or 17.5 miles below sea level. The felt reports were all the way up to Anchorage and all the way down to Nikolsky. So here we have the moment tensor ball. We got the Pacific Plate subducting underneath the North American Plate. The first P wave of this earthquake came from the south. Well, it makes sense. For the direction of the subduction, tension was applied going straight up. Other reports of the aftershocks that were felt, one of them being a magnitude 4.2. 3 people reported feeling that earthquake or aftershock. More people need to report feeling the earthquakes. There was a 6.1, but only 1 person reported feeling that earthquake. And that actually came from close to Anchorage. Homer must have been the one that was reported on EMSC. Thank you very much. If it made their chandeliers and curtains and etc. swing, darn well more people felt this earthquake, and probably up there in Anchorage. Gives you a real good indication of how many people don't report feeling this earthquake. Another aftershock, a magnitude 5.8, only 2 people reported feeling that one. One was Perryville, there along the Aleutian Islands, and where's the other one? Oh, there it is, right there. Kodak. Yeah, people, I guess, just don't care. But thank you to those of you that did report feeling this earthquake. Yeah, thank you very much. This one was either a 6.2 or a 5.8. EMSC said it was a 6.2, where USGS said it was a 5.8. That was 36.7 kilometers in depth, so that would be about 22, almost 23 miles below sea level. Once again, they were very lucky that there wasn't a landslide caused by these earthquakes to have a tsunami. But as you saw, there is a chance of a very large earthquake in this location. Many of us are old enough to remember the earthquake, the 9.2 that occurred up there in Alaska in 1964. Most of the lives that were lost were from the subsequent tsunami that wrapped around and went all the way down to California, etc., Washington and Oregon. Yep, a magnitude 9.2. That earthquake, too, was caused by the subduction of the Pacific Plate going underneath the North American Plate. Just shows how people need to be prepared for a major disaster, because you just don't know when it's going to strike. I mean, this one was 11 p.m. at night, laying in bed watching television. Some people might have been working. How it can strike with no warning at all. And if you are in bed when an earthquake strikes, get off the bed and get on the floor next to the bed, because hopefully maybe the box springs and the mattress, if the roof collapsed, would give you a small pocket, a place of survival, so you're not crushed and suffocated by the ceiling on top of the bed. So that's all I have for you right now. If any thoughts or comments or questions, please put it down below. Thank you for subscribing. Please stay safe. Please be prepared for who knows what else is coming in this year, 2020. And I'll talk to you later. God bless you. Bye.